If I had $1 for every time someone told me they were deathly afraid of snakes until they actually met one of mine, I would have enough to buy as many morphs as I want. So let's get into that today. Hey morphers, welcome back to Morphing Serpents. If you're new to the channel, I am Ryan Sundgaard, and today we're connecting back to a previous video we did here on the channel about debunking snake myths, but we're going even further this time. We've all been there in that moment when someone finds out you're into snakes and immediately hits you with that scary story about what they heard. In my last video, we broke down those common myths, but today I want to go even deeper. Have you ever wondered what's actually behind the mystery? We are moving past the scary labels to explore the unknown world of ball python morphs, one of the most incredible experiences in the animal kingdom. Stick around because we are going to talk about the glow-up, the secret language of the scales, and why the chill factor is about to change how you see these animals forever. When people see a morph like Zeus here, who is a normal, they often feel that fear of the unknown. Their brain sees a dark, earthy tones and instantly thinks a wild predator or a hidden danger, which is an old school survival instinct we all have, but here's where it gets interesting. Now, look at Ghost here. He's what we call a Piebald morph. These guys right here is what I would call the genetic artist at work. I've noticed a huge game changer when it comes to awareness when it comes to the Piebald. Even people who are deathly afraid of snakes will see a Piebald morph and stop and say, wait, that's actually pretty cool. That's a pretty cool looking snake. But why? What separates Ghost here from Zeus, as you've seen earlier? The high contrast light breaks up that scary silhouette and turns that scary, dangerous predator into a beautiful masterpiece of living art. We're essentially curators of the hidden DNA blueprints that we have to work with these amazing animals. For new keepers, a morph like Ghost here, which is the bipole morph, is essentially the bridge from that turns fear into curiosity. Now, gotta keep in mind, guys, accuracy is everything. Now, many morphs were not found in nature, while traits like the Piebald right here and the normals were found, or originally wild discoveries. Many of our designer-looking like morphs were actually that we find today were actually made by what we had combined in captivity and bred together to create what many of the morphs we see here today. Now, for a new owner, understanding the difference between a phenotype, which is what you can see, and a genotype, which is what of the DNA you can't see, that's what makes this a lifelong study. You're not just holding a pet, you're holding a living library of biology. The biggest unknown for the public is the behavior. People think they are aggressive, that they are wanting to bite, that they want to eat everything they see. But guys, look at reality. These are sentient beings. They're not aggressive. They're calmly looking around. They're curious animals. They're processing their environment, and as I said, they're calm. There's no aggression in their body. I come over here, I can try to pet Zeus over here, and he has no wishes to bite me. If anything, he is trying to move away from me. He's just not sure what my intentions are. That doesn't speak to me as an aggressive animal. That speaks to me who wants to mind it, who's enjoying his nature, his home, while minding his own business, and wishes for no other drama that people like to associate them with. Okay, look at Ghost here. Ghost is coming out right to my hand, not biting me, just checking things out. You guys get a bad rap, and honestly, these guys should get the same respect as cats and dogs do. Honestly, I would trust these guys more than I would trust a dog or a cat, because I've seen more aggression come from them than I do a snake. And as you can see here, there's absolutely zero aggression being displayed to either one of them. They're looking around, seeing what they can play with, exploring. You guys are very, very intelligent animals. They really are, guys. But they're just got, like, I also have a childlike mind, and at times a stubborn old man mindset as I get older. And if you're a current keeper, you are fully aware of that. These guys can be very stubborn. I'm letting this clip go a little bit longer, you guys. I kind of want you guys to see more than just a couple minutes or a couple of seconds. I want you guys to see how these guys interact. You know, I mean, it's something as small as a toilet paper roll. You guys, for some reason, find very fascinating. They'll put themselves into it and just hang out. Again, it doesn't speak to me as a wild predator that's dangerous or anything like that. These are curious animals that are wanting to live their own life, and these are very, 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 very great pets for kids or anyone that wants to have a calm and respectable pet to have. A big part of the chill factor comes from the hidden part of my facility, the feeders. I breed my own rats and mice because I believe the behavior starts with nutrients. If you can control the food source, you can ensure peak protein and the essential nutrients are being provided to your snake. A well-fed snake is a confident and low-stress snake. No, I'm not saying a snake that is stressed out and that's hungry is going to bite you. Is an aggressive one. What I'm saying is, just like us humans, we all get to that hangry phase where we get a little grumpy, a little stressed out when we haven't eaten in a while. We all get that. We all have that phase, just like, and snakes themselves have that same phase as we do. When they have not eaten in a while, their predator phase, you want to call it that, is in a higher motion where they're seeking food so they can ensure survival. So when they can't see us humans, they just see a heat source, a heat signature, if you will. And when they're out and about looking for food and they see that heat signature, they may strike at you, yes, because they are hungry, they have not been fed, and they're not looking to be aggressive. They are looking for food for them to eat so that they may survive. That's no different from us. That's no different from any other animal that's looking for food. Just like I said earlier in this video, we all have an instinct to survive, and so do ball pythons. So just because a ball python strikes, or any snakes that are, doesn't make them aggressive. They could be trying to defend themselves, or they could just be hungry, thinking you might have been food. I have myself, through all my snakes, I have been striked at before, but I can sit and assure you 100% of the time it was because they were hungry or because they felt stressed out. Again, a lot of that can come from lack of being fed or the lack of proper good nutrients and stuff like that. And that's why here at Morphing Serpents, our motto is quality feeders equals healthy reptiles. Healthy reptiles equals a confident and low stress animal. And that's why we like to be very transparent here on how we feed our feeders, so our customers can ensure the proper nutrients for their own beloved snake or breeder snakes, whatever they may have you. We provide cognitive enrichment like new textures and smells. We see their true intelligence come out. These are not mindless animals that exist. These are predictable and docile companions, just like cats and dogs, who deserve the same amount of respect and love that we would give them. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen a snake turn something as simple as this into a creative, fun little toy that they would spend hours playing with. To them, this is a great deal of adventure for them to crawl around, sit on, check out, smell all the wood and smells that come from it, and just lay on it, whatever have you. I can't see how many times I've seen snakes, ball pythons, whatever have you, take something like this. They like the texture, they're checking it out, and they'll sit on top of it, hanging out, and just check out every bit of piece that, simple things like this, or something as simple as a toilet paper roll that they'd be checking out They're curious to see what you're so fascinating about that. Unlike us, we don't. We're too vague on things. We don't really care. These animals are so intelligent, they can see the beauty behind the actual beauty of things that we take for granted that we can't see like as they can. I mean, for me, I wish we could truly see as they do. Maybe we'd be a whole lot better off if we could see the world as they do. I also want to help the new and current owners understand the glow up and understand the awareness they need to be aware of. There's a science that goes into this called ontogenetic change. The snake you fall in love with today is going to evolve. The colors are going to settle, the patterns are going to shift, their personality are going to deepen as they mature. Awareness is knowing that this is a 20 to 30 year journey with these guys. In fact, the oldest ball python on record lived to be over 60 years old. In fact, she ended up actually having a clutch at 63 years old. When you're buying a snake or a ball python like we have right here, like Aurora here, you're not just buying a cool look, you're buying a lifelong partner or companion or whatever have you. We want to grow our community with keepers who are going to love the adults just as much as they love the hatchlings. The Aurora here, she's not going to stay the same. Her colors might come a little bit brighter, they might darken over time, which they tend to darken over time. And she looks beautiful now, and her pattern is going to change, it's going to shift. But we're not going to love her any less. If anything, we're going to love her more. You know, because as we grow older, we might not always look the prettiest or most handsomeness as we grow older. Kind of the same story as we have. We're still loved. Why can't these guys receive the same kind of love and compassion that we give our dogs and cats? Why can't we give them that same treatment? And you can see here, Miss Aurora here, she's just checking things out. Just calm, trying to check out her surroundings, her new environment, allowing her intelligence and curiosity to get the best for her and check out her new log she's got here to check out wherever she has her head. This community starts with replacing fear with fascination. If we can show the world the unknown is not scary, it's just a masterpiece we've yet to meet, then we change the game for these incredible animals. If you are ready to see these serpents as incredible biological wonders as they really are, hit that subscribe button down below and join us on our journey. Drop a comment down below about what was the one unknown that kept you from getting into reptiles sooner, and let's talk about it. And we'll see you guys on the next one, Morphers. Until then, More fun, guys.